Here's how to load your reference images into your Cinema 4D viewport. The only way that you can load reference images in is by being in one of your orthographic views. That means top, front, or right view. Remember, to access those views, you have to hit here in the 4-panel view button, and then you'll be able to select one. Preferably, you want to load your images into the front view. So I would go and make this my active view. You can see up here it says front, and now I can load my image in. The easy way to do this is to find your reference image on your computer, click and drag and drop it on the viewport of your Cinema 4D. Now, the other way to do this is by loading the path itself in the Attributes Manager. So you want to go to Mode, View Settings, and then here go to the Back tab. You will see a little folder here, and once you click on that, you can find your images in your computer and click on Open. In this Attribute Manager, you will see that you have a variety of options. You can hide the image. You can delete the reference image. So for example, if you're done and you don't want the reference image there anymore, you can go in here and delete the path. Just press backspace and press enter. You can move the image by changing the offset in X, that's left and right, and the offset in Y, that's up and down. You can rotate the image, and you can change the size of it. The most important attribute here is the transparency, because you can change how opaque or transparent the image is. And when working with splines, this is very useful so that you can actually see your splines through your image, as opposed to like this, that makes it a little bit more difficult to see. If the image that you are loading has a transparent background, then when you load it in, you need to tell Cinema to take that into consideration. Otherwise, it will show up black like this. To do that, you want to go to Alpha mode and change the setting to normal or inverted. Okay, so here's an example of how to do the spline drawing assignment. First, you want to load your reference image. You want to increase the transparency. Select your pen tool and use these black lines to try to match them with your points. For an object like this, you can turn on your snapping tools. Perhaps here I would want it to snap to my grid work plane. And now I can zoom in here, see that this point is near the black of this outline and it is snapping to it because I turned snapping on. Then I would want to go here and snap one point, here and snap another point. That is the first spline. I will name it rectangle and snap out of it so that when I create the next one, it does not get added to it. Some of them are going to require hard interpolation points, like the rectangle. Others are going to require soft interpolation points. So in this case, I would take off my snapping tools and I would make my first point, click and drag so that I can see the tangents. And now it's a soft point so that I can make the next one, and so on and so forth until I finish the circle. There is a maximum number of points that you should aim for when creating each of these splines. Do not go over that, meaning you don't want to create the circle by doing this. Remember that splines by themselves do not render anything, so to turn in this assignment, you need to take a screenshot of the screen plus your Cinema 4D file.